Hi everybody, it's Janet and welcome to my craft room. I hope everybody's doing great. Happy 2023. Looking forward to a great year, as I'm sure you are. I'm going to be trying to do a little bit more videos more regularly this year. We'll see how I do, but I'm going to start off this month by sharing with you a order that I recently received from Kat Scrappiness. I love Kat Scrappiness. It's one of those brands that I've kind of recently discovered, but I love their customer service. I love the fact that they're privately owned and woman-owned, and that Kat herself and her family have this great business that they've built. Now, Kat has a lot of her own line at her store, and I will include the link to her store in the video description for you. But what you'll find there are dies and stamps and all kinds of accessories for card making. But then she also includes some well-known brands as well on the marketplace. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with both her products and other maker products. So what I thought I would do is show you everything I bought. There are a few new releases in here for Valentine's Day that I want to share, but also some older, not old, but they're older than the new release of dies and stamps that I really think are cool and I look forward to using. So I hope you'll hang out with me till the very end, because I'm going to show you specifically how to use a certain stamp set and dies to really speed up your crafting when you're making cards. And I'll show you what I mean when we get there. But to start with, let's open this up. She always sends her products in this beautiful purple metallic bag. I love it. When I did open it up just to peek inside here, but when this comes and I hear my mail truck coming, I can hear it in my room here if I'm working, and I can look out the window, and if I see this purple, beautiful purple bag, I know, woohoo, I've got an order from Kat Scrappiness. So what you're going to find when you open it up is you're going to have a packing list. And no matter who you're buying from, I really encourage you to check your packing list against your order in that envelope, because you never know. I've never had more than like one time my whole entire crafting life where I had a problem, but if I hadn't checked it, I probably wouldn't have caught it. So just be aware of that. This is my little tip of the day, I guess, when you're processing your orders. Now, she usually always includes, I don't know that I've never not gotten something, but you get this pretty little bag, and inside of it, usually you'll find that she's got some Kat Scrappiness Post-it notes, which I've gotten a few of them over the last few months. They're very handy and fun to use. And then you'll also get this fun scratch and save card. You scratch that metallic coating and you can see what you can save on your next order. It's pretty fun. Always get a little bit of excitement there. Then this time we have a few of these pretty snowflake sprinkles. There's usually something she includes, a little something like this. So that's always fun to see what you're going to get. And then a little snack. So that's always fun. Like that a lot. It's a nice touch. So first of all, I'm going to go through what's on the top, because these are little things. I ordered 2 of these sprinkle sets. Now, Kat Scrappiness has a lot of different sprinkle sets and mixes that you can purchase. It's kind of one of her staples, I would say. Excuse me. So this one has X's and O's. We've got red hearts and green hearts. And the green hearts say love on them. And the sprinkles are all different colors, but it's all, you know, kind of pastel-y for the most part. I'm sorry, not pastel, but more brights. And then this one is pastel. The pastel loves sprinkles, and it has just the sprinkles and tiny little white hearts. I've been kind of itching to make some shaker cards, and so this was perfect for what I was thinking of. Now, to that end, one of the new releases in the store are these A2 full front shaker pockets. Now, these are kind of nice because you can create a shaker element without creating any bulk to your card. So the way this works is you will have your card front panel, and this is sized just to fit around that A2 sized panel. You do your, your stamping, your coloring, whatever you're going to do on your panel, and then put in a few of the sprinkles that you want, and then take one of these and wrap it around that card front panel before you glue it to the card base. So let me show you a little bit here. Now, these are super nice and thick. They aren't chintzy at all. They're already pre-scored for you, so when you put them around your A2 card, you have the adhesive already ready to go. So all you have to do is peel the adhesive off and wrap that around your card front, and voila, you've got a flat shaker element. So I'm super excited about these to give them a try, and I will show you I'll show you them being used. Not in this video, but in a future video. Next is a new release of paper. Be My Valentine is what this one is called. It's 6x6 double-sided cardstock. There's 12 patterns, and there are 4 of each design. So you've got a nice selection. I really like their paper because it's quite heavy. It's got a nice finish to it. It is two-sided, and let me just kind of quickly go through some of these with you. There's some more masculine pieces, but there's also some very feminine ones and some neutral ones. So I love the patterns in this. There's the hearts, more hearts, heart balloons. It's very cute. And all these coordinate together, of course, so that you can mix and match them. Kind of starting to repeat, I think, here. But you'll get a good idea of this. I'm looking forward to using these papers. They're such cute patterns. And you know, the other thing about it is they're small patterns. So many of the small pads that you can buy don't have small patterns. They're really the same patterns you would find in a 12 by 12, just cut into 6 by 6 size. These have petite patterns, as I would call them, so they look right on your card. And I love that about the papers and her patterns. Okay, the next new release item I'm going to show you is this cute die set. This is called the Tweetheart die set, and it has the either birdhouse or bird cage, whatever you would like to imagine it to be, some decorating items for it, some tiny little hearts, and we've got wings for our 2 little birds. I just thought it was super cute, and I look forward to trying that one out. To go with that, I bought the Sweet Treats stamp set. I think I said treats. Sorry guys, Sweet Tweets stamp set. And these are all sentiments that are about birds, which will go great with this, and I can use, I can make many cards but have totally different sentiments on that. So let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16 sentiments there. That's huge. So lots and lots of options. So that is, again, the Sweet Tweets stamp set and the Tweetheart die set. You don't have to remember these names because I'm going to have them linked in my video description for you, and you can just click on the name of that item and just go right to her site if you'd like to try that out. Alright, so that was all my new releases. Now the rest of these are great fun, but they just aren't brand new releases. So this is the Perk Up Stamp Set. Let's get that right. This also has a matching die set, but generally I don't buy the dies because I have a brother scan and cut, and I also don't mind fussy cutting now and then, so I generally avoid that cost. But this is so great because we have the coffee pot and all these fun sentiments that can be put in the coffee pot. I think almost all of them will fit in there. If they don't fit in here, they will fit in the coffee cup. And so you can have this fun little image with the sentiment, and they're fun images. Coffee, because adulting is hard. You are not coffee. If you are not coffee, chocolate, or bacon, go away. That's funny, isn't it? Alright, so a yawn is a silent scream for coffee. Sip happens, OCD, obsessive coffee drinker. And I like big cups, and I cannot lie. Oh, yes, I do. And you have these little miniature coffee bean stamps, too. I love it. So, there's that. This one I also really love. This is called the Heart Donut Builder Dies. They are donuts in the shape of a heart, and there's all kinds of different ways to decorate them. So you have the big hearts, and obviously you can have confetti hearts on them. You can have the confetti, or not confetti, but sprinkles, that's probably the right word. And then just some dolloped frosting there. You also get 3 heart dies, which can be used by themselves or as backers to these dies. The large die is a nice backer here. So if you cut out your donut shape, you can put a white piece behind it, or use the white piece and color in behind the colors of sprinkles that you want. It just gives you some more options for color and for stability of the donut shape. Then you also have some like bigger frosting you can put on it. So this shape is the kind of frosting that would go over the top of a cookie, but here we're putting it over the top of our donut. And then this shape goes at the top of the heart, and it's like a kind of a drip style icing to go on top of your donut. And then you even have the option of the strips of icing, which you can lay vertically or horizontally across your donut for even more fun. So I love these. Looking forward to showing you making some things with this too. And now I'm going to show you the thing I mentioned in the beginning of my video, where I said I'm going to show you how to use this tool. It's a set of both a stamp set and the die that goes with it. And what this does is allow you to create 24 sentiments in one shot. So you have this great big stamp, and then you have the matching die that will cut out 24 strip sentiments for you. So it's awesome. And I love this style of stamp and die. It saves me a ton of time. I have a few from different brands, but I did think that this was offered a lot of good sentiments, just basic sentiments that are good for all sorts of card making. You're not going to see anything that's necessarily like Easter or Valentine's Day or Christmas, but these are good everyday simple sentiments, as it's called, that you can use in so many cards that you create. And it just speeds up the time, right? So let me show you how this is done. I went ahead and prepared a piece of cardstock and put it in my MISTI, which, by the way, if you don't have a MISTI or some kind of platform, you really need one, because it makes life so much easier when you're trying to do stamping. And the reason being, of course, because it will allow you to imprint your stamp more than one time, but it will do it exactly where your first imprint was made, and therefore it's perfect. So I'm going to put this down. This, if I recall correctly, I think, yes, it's a 6x4 piece of cardstock. That's exactly the size you need for this. I'm going to attach that to my MISTI platform, and then I'm going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm going to coat this. Now I'm going to get these sorry guys, I don't know why I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat all of a sudden. But you want to stamp these little crosses in the corners too, because that's going to help you align the die when you run this through the die, and it will allow you to have perfectly spaced sentiments. So I'm going to put this over the top. And I haven't obviously I haven't seasoned this or anything, so the first time you use a stamp, it's probably not going to stamp as good as when you've done it 3 or 4 times. Let's do that again. See how we did? It's getting closer. I'm guessing that my stamp is, or my stamp pad is kind of dry too. It's probably time to load this up with some more ink. So bear with me. I might have to do this 2 more times is what I'm thinking. But you see what I mean about having the stamp press? Every time I press, it's exactly over the same stamped image I did previously, so you don't get any ghosting, you don't get any doubling of the letters. It's perfect. So it just gives you a chance to get a perfect stamped image every time. It is a fabulous invention. Alright, I am going to do it just one more time. And again, folks, I don't think this is the stamp that's a problem. I think it's my ink. You can see here when I'm stamping, you can't even see the ink going on the stamp, which tells you that it's quite dry. My ink pad is quite dry. Should have tested it before I started this video, right? But this is real life. It happens all the time. You get started on something, you think, oh yeah, this will take not very long time and it'll be great. And it will be, but you just have to make sure your tools are ready to go. So you can see then that I have this nicely stamped grouping of 24 sentiments all ready to go. Now, I'm going to bring my die cutter in here. Not my die cutter, but my plates. And I'm going to set that up. I'm going to open up this die. And pull it off of this. Now with all my dies, I tend to put them on magnetic backing and put it back in the package so that things will stick and not, you won't have this going on, that sort of thing. That I like to do that and get rid of the adhesive. Like see here, I've got adhesive sticking here. This is a very common thing with a lot of dies when you purchase them, is they'll end up with some adhesive sometimes on them. This isn't going to hurt anything when I cut it. I would just prefer to have it off and removed. So take that away. Again, won't hurt this die in any way to leave this adhesive on here. I just am picky about these things. A little OCD. Do you know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. Alright, so now we just need to set this to the right side, and you could tell that by the size of your sentiments and the openings on your die. And I know it's hard to see this, but every little opening here is fully black. So that's telling me that I have this in the right place. And I am going to just put down a little bit of washi tape to hold it in place. I don't want it moving around when I'm die cutting it. And actually, I think it did move around a little bit on me already. So let's try that again. Just kind of moving that. You can see when it's nicely laid out, all the windows look like it's centered and everything is in good shape. Plus you should have the black showing in the little holes there. Alright, so that is great. I'm going to put my plate on the top of this and run it through my die cutter. And I have my die cutter to the right of my workstation here, so it's real handy. I would say if you have a station set up similar to what I have, where you're working on a desk, or in my case it's a standing table, if you can put something like your die cutter that you use a lot close by, either on your right or left side, you will save yourself some steps and time. I'm always about finding some better ways to do things and quicker ways. So I just like to give a few tips like that when I think of it as I'm doing things. Alright, so then this perfectly cuts out your sentiments. Is this not fabulous? And so now you have all these great little sentiments. Thank you, with heartfelt sympathy, happy birthday, sending hugs, celebrate, dream big, just a note to say, rainbow wishes, best day ever, I'm grateful for you, you are amazing, you make me smile, sending you sunshine, congrats, happy belated birthday, I miss you, best wishes, just stopping by to say, birthday wishes, thinking of you, hello friend, enjoy your special day, sending my love, and last but not least, just because. So all these are sentiments you could use for a variety of cards. Like just for your special day, I mean that could be for a birthday, it could be for an anniversary, it could be for a wedding, a graduation, any kind of special day could use that sentiment. And most of these sentiments are the same kind of theme where you can use them for multiple situations and scenarios. Now I'd like to show you a little trick that I have. This is a gum container. And I think these work great for sentiments. I like to put them in these gum containers because you can see them and I can label them if I want to say where they came from, or like these are just simple sentiments. And they store nice and neatly and you can see what's in them. So it's a great way to recycle these gum containers if you have anybody who likes gum and uses a lot of gum. My son is the gum person in my house, and I end up collecting these all through the year, and I always have plenty for my sentiments. It's a great little way to use it. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed seeing all my things that I purchased. Again, catch me later because I'm going to be showing more cards that I'm making with this haul. But in the meantime, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you soon. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye-bye.